Hi, this is Tamika with Pastries, Pumpkin Pie, and I'm here with my planner lineup video for 2026. So, this was a very hard decision for 2026 to decide what planners I'm going to use. I have gotten accustomed to using a Happy Planner big size planner for some years now, and they came out with absolutely nothing that interested me in the big size and the vertical layout, which is what I needed. First of all, they give all the better designs to the classic size, which makes me angry. And then if you do find a nice design in the big, it's a stupid dashboard layout. I don't like dashboard layout. I will never like dashboard layout. It is not conducive to me doing functional and decorative planning. I don't like it. I don't like it. I like the vertical. So I waited and I was hoping and praying that this winter release would have something that would work for me, and it didn't. A lot of the small shops do not offer big size inserts. There's one shop that does, but I thought about getting those inserts, but I was like, no, because by the time I pay for a full year of those inserts, I could pay for a full planner. That was my thought on that. A planner that would have a little bit more than just the insert pages, because there's not very much extra in those inserts. So I had to come up with some things and make some decisions. So let's just start with what I'm using for work. So I'm going to continue using the Live Love Posh 2026 vertical inserts. This is like an actual planner. It's more than just the monthly and the weekly pages that are included in here. It's very similar to the Happy Planner layout. I used to use a big for work when I was teaching. I don't need a big anymore. So I just use a classic size. And I really don't want to pull all of this out, but I just want to show you that there are some things in here that I pull out that are more for personal planning than for work planning. So let me show you. So here's your name page there. You have a year at a glance for 2026. You have the 2026 holidays and observances. Then it goes into the 2026 plans. So you could just kind of start planning out your year here, or maybe you just want to put like medical appointments or things like that on this page. You could do that. Then you have the perpetual calendar. So all the months where you can just either fill out everything that's going on each month. Some people use this for gratitude. Some people use it for a word of the day, things of that nature. Then there's a vision board, which I don't really need a vision board for work. The perpetual calendars would be very beneficial for me to work. I don't think these were included last year, those pages, but I could be wrong. But I don't really need a vision board and a word of the year. All of this for work. I don't really need that. So I'll probably pull that. 2026 year in pixels. I've never done a 2020 a year in pixels. Maybe I will this year. I'll see. But the when did I last, I definitely need to pull this for my personal planner. Annual bill tracker. I do not need that for work. So I'll probably just list my reoccurring bills that I have monthly and use that. Then there's also these book pages, which I don't need that for work either, but maybe I'll put these pages to use this year. And then there's a note page on the back. So I'm probably going to pull several of the pages out and use them in my personal planner. And then you have another notes page, and then it goes into your dashboard. So again, there's things on the dashboard that I don't use for work. I just pretty much ignore this page for work. And then there's the calendar. So I could always cover this up and use it for something else. I don't deal with finances at work like I did in my last job, so I don't I don't need to track any of that kind of stuff. I could do priorities and monthly goals and maybe just cover this with something decorative and keep it that way. So here's the monthly. You've got dot grid in the sidebar, and then the weekly pages again with dot grid in the sidebar. So that's what I'm going to be using for work. And again, pulling some of these pages from the front, which are more applicable to a personal planner as opposed to a work planner. I'm going to spare y'all trying to get this back in the wrapper here, and I'll just set it off to the side. All right, so that's what I'm using for work. Still going with the Live Love Posh inserts. All right, now you see this beautiful planner here, right? This is an 8x8 dot grid journal from Archer and Olive. I don't know if you could tell, but it's got this hollow foiling on it on the front. It doesn't have the foiling on the back, but it still has that same intricate design. You can see the foiling along the pages here. You've got your elastic strap, your pin loop. As you can see, you've got your two ribbon bookmarks. This one with the Archer and Olive ampersand charm. This is even foiled here. I don't know if you can tell. Here's our name page, and then you get into your dot grid pages. There's also, as is in most of their, if not all of their journals, a pocket in the back. So what am I doing with this absolutely beautiful, stunning dot grid journal? At first, I thought this was going to be my catch-all planner. That was the first thought. I was like, I haven't found anything in big that I want. I have this planner. It's just sitting there because I bought it because it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. I had to buy it. And I hadn't decided what to use it for. But then I was thinking, this might have to be my catch-all planner. But what I'm going to do with this is use this for content planning and fitness planning. Now, mind you, I had said if I didn't get monetized by the end of this year that I was going to end this YouTube channel. I'm going to give it one more year. I'm going to give it one more year and see how it goes, but I really will end it at the end of next year if I'm not monetized. I'm not going to keep giving all the time and the effort. So I used to do separate videos for my social media content planning, separate videos for my fitness planning. Those videos weren't getting as many views as I would like. So I'm just combining them into one planner, and it will be a monthly video. I will not be doing weekly videos for content planning. I will not be doing weekly videos for fitness planning. They will be a monthly setup video. Every quarter, I will probably do a reflections video for my fitness tracking, but that's it. I can't keep giving a bunch of time and effort, and I'm not getting what I want out of the channel. So there's that. So that's what it's going to be happening with this. So the two things will be combined together each month. So stick around because I will have to do a setup for this. It is a bullet journal. Nothing's already prepared. So there you have that. Then we have this beauty. And this beauty is now going to be my catch-all planner. This is the undated classic vertical planner that came with the recent Peanuts Be Happy box. Now, I did a flip through, an unboxing of that so you could see everything that came with it. Mind you, I saw Peanuts. I didn't need anything more. I make sure I was ready when everything went on sale. I put it in my cart. I purchased. Then I went back to see what was even in the box because I didn't care. I knew I had to have it. So it did come with this planner. This has a faux leather case on it, which is very, very pretty. And I love the feel of it. It's got metal black disc with the shape of Snoopy. And if you look at my unboxing, you can see that this is a seasonal planner, which I really don't like seasonal planners but I'm going to go with it. I really debated whether or not to use this, but there's nothing else out there for me right now. And the time is ticking and I got to figure out something. One reason I didn't want to use it was because it's seasonal, and two, because it has some images already in here. But I think it's like 2 times out of the month. So like they're on the monthly pages and things like that. I mean, I could easily hide some of these things with a sticker. But this is one reason that people pushed for Happy Planner to go very neutral, because sometimes these things interfere with the plans that we have for the decorative stickers. So it's a couple of pages a month that have images on them already. I can easily ignore some of this here where the punches are. Some months it's a little heavy. So why do I feel like that was a lot of weeks? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wow. They give you 6 weeks. So because it's undated and I get 6 weeks, I can try my best to use up those weeks that have no images on them. And that will cut back on the weeks that do. So maybe move those that have the images toward the end and try to do as many without. So I think there's 6 weeks and then there's 3 pages with the images on them. So yeah, what I could do is kind of move some pages around. Like these 2 pages here, this one and this one, move those towards the end. Something like that. Or if it's a week that I know that I don't really want to do something very, very special in my planner that week, just use one of those pages with images. So that's how this works. And I don't care about it being on the currently page because I don't really use the currently pages. But as you can see, it's there. It's on several, like that wouldn't bother me really. I could easily cover that with a sticker. Easily cover that with a sticker. It's the months where you have the larger images that might be a problem for me. This, having that color down the middle for a whole month might be an issue. So like this would be a little bit harder to cover. And then I could try some weeks to work with what's already on the page. So that's something I can do as well. But yeah, so this is going to be my catch-all. I am downsizing and I'm going back to a classic size. It's going to really hurt me to do this. Having big planner pages provides so much space to be decorative and functional. But maybe since I ain't really got a lot going on, that I could still decorate these pages as much as I would normally do in my big planner. But it's going to be an adjustment. Yeah. And I'm really sad about it. I'm not going to lie. I'm really sad about it. So there's not going to be much for me to do to set this planner up. I don't really have a cover for this because I've been using a big forever. I have some Planners Anonymous covers. My concern about covering this is color rubbing off on it. So I have to really think about that. And maybe I'll get some clear covers is maybe what I'll end up purchasing from somewhere. Some clear covers to go over this beautiful cover here. And this is how the back looks. But yeah, this is going to be my catch-all. There is not, like I said, not much I need to do in terms of setting it up. I'll probably add in some notes pages, some sticky notes, of course, put my labels on, but that's really going to be about all that will happen. So I doubt that I will even do a setup video for this. Maybe I can do it when I do my bullet journal because it'll be really quick. I mean, because there's not much to it. But yeah, I'm downsizing. I'm going back to a classic. Thanks, Happy Planner. Thanks. As much as I love this because it's the Peanuts gang and I love the Peanuts gang, I'm still pissed that I did not find a big size planner for the new year. And that winter release was my last hope. And I thought maybe, just maybe, they'll come out with a whole Peanuts release since they did the Be Happy box. But no, that was too much wishful thinking. But instead, we got a bunch more Disney crap. So there you have it. But yeah, so of course, I have my creative journal that I've been using in some of my YouTube loop videos. I do, for now, anticipate continuing being a part of the loop group for the new year. So even if not, I will just probably still use this to just do some creative stuff. And so that's where we're at. We have our classic undated. That's another thing. I have to date everything, which I'm not happy about that either, but so be it. So we have a classic vertical undated for our catch-all. We have an Archer and an Olive 8x8 square bullet journal for content planning and fitness planning. And then we have classic vertical planner inserts from Live Love Posh for work. I don't really plan on incorporating anything else this year. In the past few years, I've had a lot of planners. I've had a lot of different planner videos. They're not getting the views. I'm not wasting my time providing that part of my life, and they're not getting the views. No, I'm just not going to do it. So this is what we're going to have. We're going to see where this channel goes in 2026. If you want this channel to stick around for longer than 2026, I ask you to be sure to slay, subscribe, like, accept the alerts, share the channel with your friends. Tell them to come on over and subscribe so we can do even bigger and better things once the channel is monetized. But it's a lot when you work all day, you come home and you create, and you're not seeing everything come to fruition the way that you want. It takes a lot of extra time to provide videos on social media. I don't think people realize it's a job. So hopefully things will go better with the channel this year. And yeah, because if not, I can't keep putting a bunch of effort into it. Like, I can keep planning, but I'm not going to keep putting the effort of filming and editing and all that good stuff. It takes time, honey. It takes time. So comment below. Let me know, what does your planner lineup look like for 2026? Have you made any changes, minor changes, major changes? Are you downsizing? Are you adding more planners? Are you doing all types of planners? Like last year, I had everything under the sun. I had book bound. I had with disc, rings. I had it all but spiral pretty much last year. And I was bringing a lot of different content. And I liked having those different things to show people how to plan and all those different things. But yeah, I just can't keep putting all that time and effort anymore. So if we grow to where we want to grow and I see that the interest is still there, maybe I'll bring some of those things back. I'm not going to worry about a on-the-go planner anymore. I don't go. So I don't need an on-the-go planner. I don't go anywhere. I don't do much of anything. It's work, church, and home and store. So I said I was going to cut that one out. If I want to do any self-care stuff, I have a self-care planner that I got at Go Wild last year that I haven't used, and I can just pull that, and I think it's undated. I can pull that and use that if I choose to do that. So yeah, had to downsize in more ways than one, and we will see how that serves us in 2026. So again, I really don't show me planning in my work planner. Sometimes for the collab loops, I might pull my work inserts and use them, but it's very rare. And again, the content planning and fitness planning will be monthly setups. And really the only thing that you're going to see from me weekly is my catch-all planner. I might do different series here and there, but the interest has to be there because I'm tired when I get home. I'm tired. And if I'm taking more effort to produce videos and put content out there, then it needs to do what I need it to do. But let me know in the comments what your 2026 planner lineup looks like. And that's all I have for you. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.